Am I the asshole for telling my roommate that I'm not responsible for her boyfriend's allergies? Sorry for any grammatical errors or spelling errors, English isn't my first language. And #X200B. I, 19 female. Have a roommate Kayla, also, 19 female. We have been roommates for almost 1 year. We have always had this shared refrigerator situation going on where we alternate every week or two on who buys the groceries, cleaning supplies, etc. But we don't cook for each other. Very important to the story. Well, 6 months ago Kayla got a boyfriend, Caleb, 21 male, who has been spending a lot of time in our apartment. He would leave his mess and when I say everywhere I really mean it. He would leave his clothes on the bathroom floor and living room floor. But the biggest issue was he would eat everything. Even the things that were strictly mine, i.e. leftover takeout. Dinners that I cooked for myself. I've talked with my roommate about this multiple times and she said she would talk to him, but it doesn't really seem like she even tries to talk to him. Which seems like she is enabling him to continue this behavior. Here's where the incident happened. 2 nights ago I made myself some dinner. I was following this recipe and I was making fried chicken that had some sort of sauce that contained honey in it. Also very important to the story. Neither I nor my roommate has any sort of allergy, so I didn't say anything to her when I made it or when I put my leftovers in Tupperware and in the fridge. Well, yesterday I got back home from work, and my roommate wasn't home. I didn't question it and moved on with my day. A few hours later I heard the front door open, and a few moments later my roommate enters my room and just starts yelling at me, say I could have killed her boyfriend and how I am irresponsible, and how dare I put my food in the fridge labeled when her boyfriend is allergic to honey. But here's the thing, I didn't know he was allergic to honey. Here's where I think I might be the asshole. I tried explaining to her that I simply didn't know of her boyfriend's allergy and he should have never been touching my food knowing he has an allergy and could potentially be put himself in harm's way, which he did in this situation. I also mentioned that I told her to tell him not to touch my food and she blew up on me even more, saying that I am dismissing her feelings, and I mentioned that she's been dismissing mine ever since he got here. We ended the argument with me yelling at her that I'm not responsible for his allergies and she should have never brought him around the apartment. I told my friend about what happened and she told that even though he was in the wrong for basically stealing my food, I should have never said that to my roommate because she was in a stressful situation where a loved one could have died. Now I feel bad and think I might have been in the wrong. So am I the asshole? Not the asshole. The boyfriend is. If the boyfriend is allergic, he should not eat anything without knowing what's in. I would label everything I make as containing honey. His fault if he gets sick. Not the asshole. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Don't steal people's food. I had a coffee creamer in the fridge at work that was completely labeled as mine. Someone kept drinking it. So I waited another day or so and grabbed the old one from my fridge in my house and swapped it. The one from my house was easily cottage cheese at that point. Based on the entitled manager that was throwing up after a sip, I found my suspect. Straight up said, "Have we learned our lesson about stealing now?" She was pissed. Tried to write me up, but the union contracted with why was she even in our break room when managers were not allowed to be. She transferred stores a couple months later. Don't let your roommate gaslight you. You are in your own home, you are allowed to cook whatever you like, and her boyfriend is 100,000% wrong for taking your food. You don't have to watch what you cook in case her boyfriend steals. He is the one with the allergy, he should be clever enough to know it's a bad idea to eat food that he has not clue how it was prepared. It was super stupid on him and his allergic reaction is entirely his fault. Not the asshole. You did absolutely nothing wrong. No idea why you even tried explaining anything. He is stealing and she is enabling it. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It is your food and you have asked several times for him not to touch it. You didn't know he was allergic. As you also mentioned, if you are allergic to something, you don't go around eating random food. It may be worth you while finding a different apartment as it appears your roommate's behavior will not change. Not the asshole. Put honey in all your food, but mark it. When I read the title I was prepared to lean asshole cause some people really don't care about allergies, but dang, dude. Not the asshole. TBF, I'd start making more food for myself that contained honey, especially after specifically asking him not to eat my food. Not the asshole. Also, put honey in literally all of your food from now on so that he can't eat it. Am I the asshole I ate an entire cake by myself in a single day? Yesterday was my 27th birthday. I haven't had a birthday cake for many years because my wife felt that it would go to waste considering it's just the two of us at home. So she would just buy 2 slices of cake, one for her and one for me. This time, however, I wanted a cake for my birthday. I have been feeling down lately and thought that maybe a birthday cake would uplift my mood. So I asked my wife if she'd bake me one of her famous plum cakes. She usually makes it for girls' nights and family potlucks, etc. She agreed on the condition that I'd have to finish the entire cake and not waste any of it because she'd only be able to eat 1 slice of it. I happily agreed to her condition and she got on to baking the cake. Yesterday morning, we cut the cake and she had a slice for breakfast. She then said that I'd have to finish the cake by the end of the day because she didn't want any cake leftovers. I managed to finish the rest of the cake during the course of the day pretty easily. When my wife came to know that I had finished the cake, she started scolding me, calling me greedy and a pig. She said she didn't think I'd be such a glutton and finish the entire cake all by myself. She also said she's never make cake for me again. Am I the asshole? Edit. To all the people wishing me for my birthday, thank you. Your wishes made my day happier. I'm sorry I couldn't reply to each one of you because there were just so many wishes. Heart, blue heart, purple heart, green heart, yellow heart. Not the asshole. Your wife clearly wanted to prove you were a glutton for wanting a whole cake and not being able to finish it, therefore wasting food. You proved her wrong, so now she is angry. Also, cake can last more than 1 day. Not the asshole. You didn't have a way to win. 1. Finish it, and you are a glutton, greedy, and a pig. She won't make more cake. 2. Don't finish it and you were wasteful, broke your promise to finish it, and lied to her. She won't make more cake. If she felt that strongly about leftovers, she could have make 1/2 of the normal recipe amount. Instead, she decided to go full Greek god on you and bake the cake of dissent. Not the asshole, but your wife's behavior is really unsettling, honestly. Who is she? The cake police. Happy birthday. I hope the cake was nice, and in future, buy more if it makes you happy. Not the asshole. She told you to finish it, you finished it, then she got angry that you finished it. Am I missing something, or is she just rude? Not the asshole. Not the asshole. What kind of person would only allow someone to have a birthday cake under the condition they ate it all? That alone is pretty messed up. And then to insult you for doing it. Not the asshole. You ate the cake of many missed years. That's not greed nor gluttony. You had dessert for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And you followed her words to the letter. Why does she blames you, when she told you to eat it all? Info. Does your wife like you? She set you up to disappoint her. No more cake if you don't finish it. No more cake if you do. Sounds like MB there's some issues around food or disordered eating if she does indeed like you at all. Would I be the asshole for not letting my wife take our daughter's door? I am 47, my wife is 44, and our daughter is 19. A bit of background. I caught our daughter having sex with her boyfriend a few days ago, and she begged me not to tell our wife, but I felt that she deserved to know. We pay for our daughter's college, because I worked 70 hours a week for many years to have enough money for her to go to college. Anyways, I told my wife and she was livid. She yelled at our daughter for almost an hour, and took her phone away from her and banned her boyfriend from the house. I told her she was being a bit too harsh, but she thinks that these punishments are not harsh enough. She said that if our daughter does anything else that she doesn't allow, then she is going to take the door off of her room. I told her that she is overreacting, and she yelled at me, too. I had given our daughter her phone back when my wife went to the grocery store, and she found out and is angry about that, too. She told my in-laws about this, and now they are blowing up my phone and telling me that I'm encouraging underage pregnancy and premarital sex. So Reddit, would I be the asshole for not letting my wife take the door off of our daughter's room? Edit. I have talked to my daughter and apologized for telling her mother what happened. I told her that if she would like to look into moving out, I would help her pay for an apartment for a few months until she can pay on her own. Thank you everyone. Edit 2. To address a few recurring comments, my wife and I didn't have sex until a few days into our marriage, when we were 23 and 26. I want to say that I do not support my wife in this situation. Edit 3. I want to clarify that I did not go into my daughter's room. My daughter and her boyfriend were in the living room. My wife was not home, and I just came home from the store to find my daughter and her boyfriend going at it, in the living room. Your daughter is 19. She just gonna fuck in the car. Not the asshole. He begged me not to tell our wife, but I felt that she deserved to know. You are the asshole for this. Your wife is not entitled to information about your daughter's sex life. We pay for our daughter's college, because I worked 70 hours a week for many years to have enough money for her to go to college. This has nothing to do with anything. Having sex isn't going to ruin her grades or anything. I told her that she is overreacting. Too little, too late. Not the asshole. It's not underage pregnancy if she's 19. She's grown enough to be sexual and be entitled to her privacy. Taking her door away isn't a suitable punishment, and honestly she shouldn't be punished for having sex anyway. This is 2022, not the 1950s. Your wife and her family need to understand that healthy sexual expression is fine. What's needed is good, non-judgmental, sex education, discussions about birth control and consent. That's a joke, right? Everyone sucks here except your daughter. You for talking about your daughter's sex life to your wife when it's none of her business. Your wife and your in-laws for treating that young woman like a 9-year-old instead of a 19-year-old. Edit. The daughter does suck as she was having sex in the living room. Can't imagine what the mother would have done had she been the one to catch them going at it. Info: why is your wife trying to stop her adult child from having sex with a partner? Not the asshole. Your daughter is 19 and she deserves privacy. It's one thing to ask your daughter to please refrain from having sex in your house. It's a whole different thing to take her door. Your daughter is legally an adult, is she not? Everyone sucks here except your daughter. Why does anyone deserve to know that another adult is having sex? It was never your business nor your wife's. Your wife is crazy, but I think you already knew this and started a problem where there didn't need to be one. Trying to get your wife to back off to a lesser punishment doesn't really change that. The issue here isn't that your wife's punishment is too extreme. It's the insane idea that a 19-year-old needs any punishment at all. If you two keep this crap up, your adult daughters will surely move out and cut you both from her life. Am I the asshole for eating cake in my car so I didn't have to share with my wife and kids? I acknowledge, as a father and husband, that a lot of things that were singularly mine before just aren't. Wife steals my clothes, wife and kids steal my food, kids steal my phone. I'm fine with it, most of the time. But I just needed one thing to myself without hurting feelings and making someone cry, because everybody is sensitive in this house, including me. I bought a single-serve piece of cake and ate it in my car without any wife sneaking bits or kids licking the chocolate from the top. Unfortunately got caught. Wife is upset with me for going so far as to eat cake while hiding in my car and called me dramatic when I told her my reasoning. Am I? Not the asshole, but rookie mistake. Next time, eat it in the parking lot of where you bought it and use the outside trash can to throw away the evidence. Source. My ex tried to eat everything I bought. Let me introduce you to a marvelous concept: decoy chocolate. You get your super special treat. You buy a large amount of the cheapest chocolate the partner, kids eat. Throw it at them, and while the vultures are distracted, inhale your treat. Not the asshole. Next time, eat it in the grocery store parking lot and throw the trash away there too. Burn the receipt. Destroy all evidence. Not the asshole. I hid some expensive chocolates in an empty tampon box in my closet. I replenished that box for years until we moved. Not the asshole. But seriously, also bring your wife a piece. Eat yours in the calm, quiet car, then be the hero who brought home cake. Win-win. Not the asshole. I'd ask her if it even occurred to her how you were feeling and why you might choose to eat cake alone in your car. You matter. Well, I guess if you're an asshole, so am I. I did the same thing when kids were little. Maybe not hiding in the car, but definitely hiding treats from time to time. You know, if I'd ever been caught, my husband would probably told me I deserved it, anyway, and encouraged me to keep it up. Or even bought me treats. So I'm going to say not the asshole. Savor that chocolate cake, but next time, eat it in the parking lot of the store you bought it from so you won't be caught. Not the asshole. I eat my chicken sandwiches in the parking lot. Discard evidence and then drive home. Sometimes we all need something just to ourselves. I guarantee your wife does something similar.